Have you ever wondered where the longest river in the world, the Nile, begins its magnificent journey? Like all great stories, the tale of the Nile starts with two separate threads, two distinct tributaries that come together to form the river we all know. The first strand of this story begins in the verdant heart of Uganda, at the vast Lake Victoria. This is the birthplace of the White Nile, whose waters begin their journey in this great lake, the largest in Africa. It's a fitting start for a river of such epic proportions. The White Nile meanders north from Lake Victoria, crossing borders and cutting through landscapes before reaching our second point of origin. Meanwhile, the Blue Nile takes its first breath at Lake Tana, in the Ethiopian highlands. The Blue Nile is known for its power and its unpredictability, a stark contrast to the steady, calm flow of the White Nile. The waters of the Blue Nile tumble down from the highlands, roaring through gorges and swirling around rocks, carrying with them the rich, fertile soil that will later nourish the lands downstream. These two tributaries, each with its own unique character, meet in Khartoum, the capital of Sudan. It is here, at the confluence of the White and Blue Nile, that the longest river in the world truly begins. From this point, the Nile flows as one, a grand river that has carved its path through history and geography, shaping civilizations and ecosystems along its banks. The birthplaces of the Nile, both the white and blue, lay the foundation for its epic journey through Africa. The river's source in Lake Victoria and its second tributary in Lake Tana are the starting points of a journey that takes the river through a myriad of landscapes, cultures, and histories. Each contributes to the Nile's unique character, its life-giving properties, and its place in our collective human story. The Nile, in its majesty and might, truly is a river born of two mothers, each lending their strength and character to its epic journey. The Nile, in its majestic flow, graces several African nations. Our journey begins in Uganda, where the Nile's longest tributary, the White Nile, finds its source from Lake Victoria. From there, the river carries its life-giving waters northward, snaking through the verdant landscapes of South Sudan. Further north, the Nile becomes the lifeblood of Sudan, a country characterized by arid landscapes and vast deserts. Here, in the capital city of Khartoum, an important event takes place. The White Nile, having journeyed from Lake Victoria, meets the Blue Nile, which begins its journey at Lake Tana in Ethiopia. This confluence of the two major tributaries marks the birth of the River Nile as we know it. From Sudan, the Nile continues its northward journey, flowing into Egypt, the country most synonymous with this great river. For thousands of years, the Nile has played a pivotal role in the survival and growth of the Egyptian civilization, its fertile banks providing the perfect breeding ground for agriculture, and thereby human settlement. But the reach of the Nile extends beyond these four countries. Its expansive basin, an area that captures the rainfall and soil runoff that eventually finds its way into the river, touches parts of 10 countries. These include Tanzania, where the White Nile's largest source, Lake Victoria, is located. Burundi and Rwanda, located in the highlands of Central Africa, contribute to the Nile through their numerous rivers and streams. The Democratic Republic of Congo, although not directly touched by the Nile, is part of its extensive drainage basin. In the east, the highlands of Quênia and Ethiopia play a crucial role in feeding the Nile, particularly in Ethiopia, where the Blue Nile originates, carrying with it the fertile soils that enrich the river's downstream plains. The Nile, serving as a lifeline, touches multiple nations, enriching them with its resources. Its waters, coursing through diverse landscapes, play a vital role in shaping the lives and cultures of the people who live along its banks. From its humble beginnings to its delta in Egypt, the Nile truly is a river of life, threading together a tapestry of African nations, each with its unique story to tell. The Nile is a thriving ecosystem, teeming with an array of aquatic life. The river's waters are home to a multitude of fish species, each one more fascinating than the last. From the dominant Nile perch, a giant among the river's denizens, reaching lengths of up to 2 meters and tipping the scales at a whopping 200 kilograms, to the popular Nile tilapia, a staple in aquaculture worldwide. But the Nile isn't just about the big and the bountiful. It's also about the diverse and the unique. Consider the various species of catfish, critical to local fishing communities, or the prehistoric-looking African arowana, a throwback to the times when dinosaurs roamed our planet. And let's not forget the electric catfish, a creature that can generate a shock of up to 350 volts, enough to knock a full-grown human off their feet. The Nile, however, is not just a peaceful sanctuary for these aquatic creatures. It's also a battleground, a place where survival of the fittest is not just a concept, but a harsh reality. The Nile perch and the tigerfish, both prominent predators, are known for their size and aggressive hunting behavior. They rule the underwater kingdom, keeping the balance in check. And then there's the lungfish, a marvel of adaptation, capable of breathing air in dry conditions, and the spiny eel, strikingly similar in appearance to true eels. The Nile is also home to the Alistidae, the African tetras, and the Synodontis, a genus of upside-down catfish, each species, each individual, playing a vital role in maintaining the health and vitality of this incredible ecosystem. The Nile, with its vast expanse and diverse habitats, is truly a haven for aquatic life. It's a world where the gentle and the ferocious, the big and the small, the common and the unique, coexist in a delicate balance. It's a world that continues to captivate and inspire, a world that reminds us of the incredible diversity and resilience of life on our planet. The Nile's waters are a vibrant hub of aquatic life, from the gentle tilapia to the ferocious tigerfish. While the Nile may not support extensive forests along its length, it does harbor lush pockets of green. A verdant haven in the midst of arid landscapes, these green belts are primarily concentrated around the river's source, particularly near Lake Victoria. This region, blessed with generous rainfall and the nurturing waters of the Nile, stands in stark contrast to the more desert-like terrains of Egypt and Sudan. In these forested areas, one would find a rich diversity of tree species, each uniquely adapted to the African climate. Among the most prominent are the acacia, baobab, and mahogany. The acacia, with its umbrella-like canopy, is a quintessential part of the African savanna. It not only provides shade but also serves as a food source for giraffes, elephants, and other herbivores. The baobab, also known as the tree of life, is an iconic symbol of Africa. Its massive trunk, which can store up to 100,000 liters of water, is a lifeline for many creatures during the dry season. Then, there's the majestic mahogany. Known for its durable and richly colored timber, it's a favorite among furniture makers. These trees, along with other flora, contribute to the ecological balance of the region. They provide food and shelter to a myriad of creatures, from insects and birds to mammals and reptiles. They also play a crucial role in maintaining soil fertility and water quality, further enhancing the river's life-giving properties. However, it's not just about the ecology. These forests also hold cultural significance. For centuries, they have been a source of wood for building, fuel, and even medicinal remedies. They are a vital part of life for the local communities, just as the Nile itself. Despite the challenges of deforestation and climate change, efforts are being made to preserve these green belts. Conservation initiatives, sustainable forestry practices, and community-based management are some of the measures in place to safeguard this precious resource. The Nile's green belt, though not extensive, is a testament to the river's nurturing nature. It serves as a reminder of the intricate web of life that thrives along this great river and the responsibility we hold to protect and preserve it for future generations. The Nile is not just a haven for aquatic life, but also a sanctuary for a rich variety of birds. As we journey along the river, we encounter a myriad of avian species that rely on this aquatic lifeline for their survival. Here, in the heart of Africa, the Nile serves as a great migratory route and a home for a multitude of birds. The river's lush banks and surrounding habitats provide food, shelter, and nesting grounds for these feathered creatures. Among the common bird species found along the Nile, the heron and the Egyptian goose are two of the most prevalent. The heron, with its long legs and broad wings, is a sight to behold as it wades in the shallow waters. It uses its sharp beak to nab unsuspecting fish and amphibians. The Egyptian goose, on the other hand, is a striking bird with distinctive eye patches. It's a common sight along the Nile, often found grazing on vegetation near the river's edge. But it's not just the riverbanks that are teeming with avian life. The skies above the Nile are a hunting ground for airborne predators. The African fish eagle and the osprey are two such birds of prey that patrol the Nile's waters. With razor-sharp vision, they spot their prey from high above and swoop down with deadly accuracy to snatch fish right out of the water. Their hunting prowess is a testament to the circle of life that unfolds along the Nile every day. This rich bird life is a crucial part of the Nile's ecosystem. Each species, from the smallest songbird to the largest raptor, plays a unique role in maintaining the health and balance of this environment. They control pests, pollinate plants, and even serve as bioindicators of the river's health. The skies over the Nile are as lively as the waters beneath, teeming with a rich variety of avian life. The Nile, in all its grandeur and diversity, remains a living testament to the enduring symbiosis between land, water, and sky. The Nile's banks are a spectacle of nature's beauty, adorned with flowers, fruits, and occasionally, a lurking predator. This river, a lifeline for millions, is not just a source of water, but also a haven for a diverse range of flora and fauna. Let's take a walk along the Nile banks. Here, you'll find papyrus and lotus flowers. The papyrus, a tall, reed-like plant, was once the lifeblood of ancient Egypt, used for everything from paper to boats. The lotus, on the other hand, is an aquatic plant with beautiful, fragrant flowers that have been celebrated in art and literature for millennia. But it's not just about flowers. Date palms and fig trees dot the landscape, their fruits forming an integral part of the local diet for centuries. These trees don't just provide sustenance, they also offer shade from the relentless African sun, creating a unique natural refuge. While the floral spectacle is indeed beautiful, the Nile is also home to some of Africa's most dangerous animals. The Nile crocodile, for instance, is one of the largest and most dangerous crocodile species in the world. Its aggressive nature and powerful jaws make it a formidable predator. So, as you marvel at the beauty along the Nile, remember to keep a safe distance from these lurking giants. Moreover, the Nile's banks are teeming with other wildlife. From the majestic African elephant to the nimble gazelle, the river provides a water source for a multitude of species, contributing to the region's rich biodiversity. The Nile's floral and faunal diversity is truly remarkable, a testament to the river's essential role in supporting life in a region often characterized by its harsh climate. From the vibrant lotus flower to the menacing Nile crocodile, the river's banks offer a glimpse into the wild side of Africa, a world where beauty and danger coexist. The Nile's banks are a dynamic mix of beauty and danger, a true reflection of the wild. For centuries, the Nile has been a lifeline for civilizations, nurturing lands and livelihoods. This majestic river, the longest in the world, has played a crucial role in agriculture, shaping societies and economies along its path. The Nile's waters, flowing through the heart of Africa, have transformed arid landscapes into fertile farmlands, sustaining generations of farmers and their families. Agriculture irrigated by the Nile is a testament to human ingenuity and the river's generosity. The river's waters are essential for growing crops such as cotton, wheat, and corn. Various fruits and vegetables also thrive in the fertile soils enriched by the annual flooding of the Nile. This rich bounty has been a constant source of sustenance, supporting local economies and feeding millions of people across several countries. The Nile's waters don't just quench the thirst of the fields, but also that of bustling cities. Cairo in Egypt, Khartoum in Sudan, and Juba in South Sudan, to name a few, are major metropolises that rely heavily on the Nile for their water supply. The river is integral to the lives of countless individuals, providing water for drinking, irrigation, and industrial use. The Nile's role in these cities extends beyond mere sustenance, influencing their culture, architecture, and very way of life. The Nile has been a vital artery for civilizations, its waters nurturing lands, sustaining vast ecosystems, and helping to build empires. From the ancient Egyptians who first harnessed its waters to the modern cities that depend on it today, the Nile has been a constant and comforting presence. It's important to remember, however, that the Nile's gifts are not limitless. Challenges such as pollution and climate change impacts are putting pressure on this mighty river. Yet, the resilience of the Nile and the people who depend on it continue to inspire hope for a sustainable future. The Nile's waters have not only shaped landscapes, but also civilizations, making it an irreplaceable part of Africa's history and future. The Nile, despite its timeless grandeur, faces modern challenges. Today, the mighty river contends with the pressing issues of pollution and the impacts of climate change. Its waters, once pristine, are now often tainted with industrial waste and agricultural runoff, threatening the diverse ecosystems it supports. Climate change, too, poses a significant threat. Increasing temperatures and shifting weather patterns may disrupt the Nile's flow, potentially affecting millions who depend on its waters. Yet, despite these challenges, the Nile endures. Its waters continue to nourish the soil, sustain wildlife, and quench the thirst of civilizations, just as it has for thousands of years. Efforts are being made to mitigate the effects of pollution and climate change, with the hope of preserving the Nile for future generations. The Nile, a testament to nature's majesty, continues to inspire and sustain life, even as it navigates the challenges of the modern world.